Good evening and welcome to our daily news recap. Let's dive into today's top stories. Our first story takes us to the Paris Olympics, where an extraordinary moment of unity was captured. South Korea's Lim Jong-un snapped a selfie with North Korean silver medalists Kim Kum-yong and Ri Jong-sik, alongside Chinese gold medalists Wang Chuqin and Sun Yingxia and South Korea's Shin Yubin. This heartwarming moment, dubbed ping pong diplomacy by some in South Korea, comes amidst escalating tensions between North and South Korea. Just 2 weeks ago, Kim Jong-un's sister vowed to punish South Korea for resuming loudspeaker broadcasts on the border. Turning to the United States, the Senate Appropriations Committee has proposed a $852.2 billion defense spending bill for fiscal 2025, surpassing budget limits by $21 billion. This decision was reached by a bipartisan group of Senate lawmakers, citing the need to counter China as a primary reason for the increase. So where is this additional $21 billion going? Here's a breakdown of some key allocations. $600 million for 6 more F-15EX jets. $200 million for combat helicopters. $1 billion for 8 C-130Js. $1 billion for Space Force classified programs. $5 million for in-base and emergency resources. $50 million for Black Hawk modernization. $1.9 billion to counter Chinese government influence through investment in AI and hypersonic tech. $200 million for the Sentinel program, $41 million for hypersonic research, $252 million for sea-launched cruise missiles, $400 million for U.S. Southern Command and U.S. Africa Command, $250 million for counterterrorism operations in Europe, $300 million for Ukraine security assistance, $1.5 billion for a third Arleigh Burke-class destroyer, $75 million to integrate PAC-3 missiles onto destroyers, $280 million for next-gen adaptive propulsion, $1 billion for a Constellation-class frigate, $100 million for the frigate industrial base, $395 million for counter-drone funding, $357 million to procure a second Virginia-class submarine, $63 million for research and development of next-gen Black Hawk engine, $500 million for Navy's next-gen fighter jet, $1 billion for missile and torpedo procurement, $1.2 billion for modernizing ammunition production facilities, $25.7 million for 2 conventional prompt strike missiles, $395 million for counter-drone technologies. This increase sets the stage for a potential clash with the White House and Congress, which have adhered to the budget caps set by the Fiscal Responsibility Act. In other U.S. news, Secretary of Defense Lloyd Austin has announced multiple adjustments to the United States military posture in the Middle East. This move comes in anticipation of a significant retaliatory attack by Iran and its proxies on Israel. Austin has ordered the deployment of additional ballistic missile defense-capable cruisers and destroyers, and an additional fighter squadron to the Middle East. The USS Abraham Lincoln Carrier Strike Group will replace the USS Theodore Roosevelt Carrier Strike Group, while the USS Wasp Amphibious Ready Group and Marine Expeditionary Unit, currently operating in the Eastern Mediterranean, will be repositioned. Austin stated that these changes are to improve U.S. force protection, to increase support for the defense of Israel, and to ensure the United States is prepared to respond to various contingencies amid anticipation of regional escalation by Iran or Iran's partners and proxies. President Biden, in a call with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, reaffirmed his commitment to Israel's security against all threats from Iran, including its proxy terrorist groups. The Pentagon has also confirmed that Secretary Austin held a call with Israeli Defense Minister Yoav Gallant to inform him about ongoing force posturing in the region to provide elevated support to the defense of Israel. This comes as Iran and Hezbollah, with support from the Houthis and elements of the Islamic resistance, have vowed retaliation for the recent killings of Hamas political leader Ismail Haniyeh in Tehran and Hezbollah military commander Fuad Shukr in Beirut. The exact scope and scale of the response remain to be seen, but it is speculated to be a large-scale multi-front missile and drone barrage. That's all for today's top stories. Stay tuned for more updates and in-depth analysis. Thank you for joining us. Good night. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for the latest news updates. See you tomorrow.